As the great Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within, do not seek it without." In a world constantly pulling us in different directions between work, relationships, and the pressure of everyday life, it can feel nearly impossible to find that inner calm. We often search for peace in external things, believing that once our circumstances change, we'll finally feel at ease. But what if the peace you're looking for is already within you, waiting to be discovered? In today's video, we'll dive deep into powerful Buddhist teachings and practices that show you how to cultivate lasting peace and tranquility from within, no matter how chaotic the world around you may be. Stick with us, and we'll guide you on a journey to true inner peace. 1. Understanding the nature of the mind. To start, it's essential to grasp the nature of the mind. In Buddhism, we often hear the mind compared to a monkey swinging from tree to tree, constantly moving, distracted, and restless. This concept, known as the monkey mind, illustrates how our thoughts often jump from one to another, leaving us overwhelmed, scattered, and struggling to find mental peace. The mind rarely stays still. It's constantly processing information, reacting to stimuli, and spinning countless thoughts that often create anxiety, stress, or emotional turmoil. Understanding that this constant motion is the nature of the mind is the first step toward calming it. We don't need to fight against it or try to make the mind stop moving. Instead, we can learn to observe it without reacting. When we sit quietly and become mindful, we begin to notice the patterns of our thoughts. Over time, with practice, we can detach from the belief that our thoughts define us. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool for developing awareness of the mind's behavior. Through regular practice, you can train yourself to observe thoughts without getting caught up in them. For instance, when a negative or anxious thought arises, instead of immediately engaging with it, observe it as though you're watching it pass by, like clouds in the sky. Over time, this process helps create space between the thoughts and your reactions, allowing you to approach life with greater clarity and calm. By understanding that the mind is naturally restless, you can stop blaming yourself for not being able to focus or be at peace all the time. Instead, focus on the process of learning to observe and detach. And with patience, you will notice that your mind becomes quieter and more manageable. 2. Protect your energy. Eliminating the drains of life. Our energy is a vital resource, yet many of us go through life unaware of the subtle energy drains around us. These drains can be external, like toxic people or stressful situations, or internal, such as negative thinking and unproductive habits. Energy drains often leave us feeling exhausted, anxious, or overwhelmed, and before we know it, we're mentally and physically depleted. Protecting your energy is a crucial practice for maintaining inner peace. One of the first steps is to identify what drains your energy. For example, do you find yourself feeling drained after spending time with certain individuals who constantly complain or create drama? Are there environments or situations that leave you feeling tense or anxious? Recognizing these sources of energy depletion is the first step toward creating boundaries that protect your peace. Buddhism teaches the importance of establishing boundaries, both mentally and physically, to conserve our energy. In practice, this might mean saying no more often, setting aside time for self-care, or creating physical spaces where you can relax without distractions. For example, if you find that social media is draining you, consider limiting your time on these platforms or setting aside specific periods in the day for social engagement. Likewise, it may involve spending time with people who uplift you and make you feel energized rather than drained. Protecting your energy involves taking proactive steps to recharge. Make time for practices that nourish your body and mind, such as yoga, meditation, or simply spending time in nature. When we actively protect and recharge our energy, we create a solid foundation for inner peace. 3. Rewiring your brain, breaking free from stressful thought patterns. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful. They shape our reality, influence our emotions, and even affect our physical well-being. Often we find ourselves trapped in stressful thought patterns that reinforce anxiety, fear, or negativity. These patterns become ingrained in our neural pathways, creating a kind of mental autopilot where we react to situations in the same way over and over. The good news is that with mindfulness and intentional practice, we can rewire our brains and break free from these harmful cycles. The first step is to become aware of your thought patterns. Take a moment to notice how you respond to stress. Do you immediately spiral into negative thinking, imagining worst-case scenarios? Are you prone to self-criticism or worry? These patterns may be automatic, but they can be disrupted. Buddhism teaches us that suffering arises from attachment to our thoughts and emotions. When we attach ourselves to a specific thought, we often continue to dwell on it, which only intensifies our feelings of anxiety or stress. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to create a space between ourselves and our thoughts. We don't react immediately, we simply observe. When we detach from our thoughts, they lose their power over us. One powerful method for breaking free from stressful thoughts is to practice noting. This is a technique where, as thoughts arise, you mentally note what the thought is, such as thinking or worrying. This simple acknowledgement helps to detach from the thought itself. By bringing awareness to the thought without engaging with it, you can break the cycle of stress and prevent the negative thought from spiraling out of control. The power of acceptance, letting go to find true peace. Acceptance is one of the most transformative practices in Buddhism, yet it can also be one of the most challenging. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to strive for more success, more possessions, more control. But true peace comes not from trying to control everything around us, but from accepting life as it is. Acceptance doesn't mean resigning yourself to a life of passivity or tolerating unhealthy situations. It means recognizing that there are some things in life that are simply beyond your control. By accepting this, you free yourself from the struggle of constantly trying to change what cannot be changed. For example, if you find yourself facing a challenging situation, such as illness or loss, accepting the reality of the situation allows you to move through it with grace and peace. When we resist or deny what is happening, we create internal conflict and unnecessary suffering. But by accepting what is, we find space for healing and peace. Acceptance also applies to your emotions. Often, we try to suppress or ignore uncomfortable emotions like sadness, anger, or frustration. But these emotions are part of being human. Instead of fighting them, accept them as they are. Acknowledge your feelings and allow yourself to experience them fully. This practice of acceptance is essential in letting go of emotional tension and cultivating peace within. 5. Stillness in the storm. Finding calm amidst chaos. Life as we know it is often unpredictable and filled with moments of chaos and uncertainty. It could be personal challenges like relationship issues, health concerns, or work pressures, or it could be larger global events that leave us feeling out of control and overwhelmed. In such moments, the world can feel like a whirlwind of stress, confusion, and tension. And in these situations, the idea of finding peace or calm can seem almost impossible. But the key to true peace, according to Buddhism, is not about escaping the storm of life, but about learning how to find stillness within the storm. What this means is that while external circumstances are always shifting and can feel turbulent, the real source of peace doesn't lie in changing those circumstances. It lies within us. The world around us will continue to change, and it will always have elements that feel chaotic. However, we have the incredible ability to cultivate a deep sense of inner stillness, no matter what's happening around us. This is a vital lesson from Buddhism. Peace comes from our response to external events, not from controlling or avoiding them. One of the most powerful practices for achieving this inner calm is meditation. Meditation helps us connect with the present moment and quiet the constant noise in our minds. By sitting quietly and focusing on your breath, you bring your awareness back to your body and the now. No matter how much external noise or stress you're facing, meditation allows you to return to a quiet inner space. You can close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths, feeling the air enter and leave your body. Even if you're sitting in the midst of a busy room or loud environment, this focused attention on your breathing acts like an anchor, drawing you back to your center and helping you feel grounded. Another simple but highly effective technique is mindful breathing. This practice is particularly useful when you're feeling overwhelmed and the chaos around you feels unbearable. In these moments, take a step back, physically if you can, and breathe deeply and slowly. Inhale through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale gently through your mouth. As you focus on each breath, let go of the stress or anxiety you're holding on to. Feel your body relax and your mind become quieter. This act of mindful breathing, even for just a few minutes, can bring you a sense of calm that is not influenced by what is happening around you. It becomes a kind of shield, a peaceful refuge amidst the storm. Beyond meditation and breathing, the practice of mindfulness is another invaluable tool for finding stillness when everything around you feels chaotic. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in whatever you are doing, whether it's taking a walk, washing dishes, or sitting in a meeting. It's about focusing all of your attention on the task at hand, rather than getting lost in the swirl of thoughts or worries that might arise. In times of stress or turmoil, mindfulness helps you stay anchored in the moment. You learn to observe your emotions and thoughts without judgment or reaction. For example, if you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, mindfulness allows you to notice these feelings without allowing them to control you. You can acknowledge them, for example, I'm feeling stressed, but without becoming consumed by them. When we approach moments of chaos with mindfulness, we stop the automatic reaction of trying to fix, control, or escape from the situation. Instead, we accept it as it is, allowing us to respond with a calm and clear mind. An essential part of staying calm in chaotic situations is learning to let go of the need to control everything. Often, the anxiety we experience comes from a desire to control the uncontrollable, whether it's other people's actions, outcomes, or events that we can't change. Buddhism teaches us that accepting the impermanence of life is key to finding peace. When we stop fighting against the natural flow of life and release our attachment to control, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. We can then face challenges with clarity and a sense of peace, knowing that we can't change everything, but we can choose how we respond. Incorporating these practices of meditation, mindful breathing, and mindfulness into our daily lives allows us to remain peaceful even during the most turbulent moments. It empowers us to stay calm in the face of external chaos, cultivating inner stillness that no external event can disrupt. By remembering that peace doesn't come from avoiding the storm, but from finding tranquility within it, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. Our environment has a powerful impact on our emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Often we underestimate how much our surroundings influence our mood, stress levels, and overall sense of peace. The spaces we inhabit, whether our home, workspace, or even the places we spend time in throughout the day, can either contribute to our sense of tranquility or add to our feelings of overwhelm and anxiety. This is why creating an environment that supports inner peace is an essential practice in Buddhism, and it's something we can all do to foster calmness in our lives. A key principle in Buddhism is simplicity. The idea is that when our surroundings are cluttered, whether physically or mentally, our minds are also cluttered. It becomes much harder to focus, relax, or feel a sense of peace when we're surrounded by disorganization and chaos. When our living spaces are full of distractions, clutter, or excess items, we're constantly reminded of things left undone or things that don't serve us anymore. This not only increases mental fatigue, but also creates an environment that disrupts our ability to feel at ease. To begin designing your sanctuary, start with decluttering your space. Begin by going through your living areas, one room at a time, and assess what items truly add value or joy to your life. If something doesn't bring you happiness or serve a useful purpose, it might be time to let it go. This process of decluttering doesn't just create more physical space, it also creates mental space. When you're no longer surrounded by physical reminders of things undone or unnecessary, your mind can settle more easily. In addition to decluttering, consider how your environment affects your senses. For instance, the colors in your space can have a profound effect on your mood. Light, calm, and neutral colors like soft blues, greens, and earth tones often evoke feelings of peace and relaxation. On the other hand, overly bright or intense colors can stimulate the mind, making it harder to feel calm. Choose colors for your space that inspire a sense of tranquility and avoid ones that contribute to stress or restlessness. Think about the importance of natural elements in your environment. Nature is a powerful source of peace and grounding, and bringing elements of nature into your home can help you reconnect with a sense of calm. Whether it's through houseplants, natural wood furniture, or the sound of flowing water, incorporating nature into your surroundings can help soothe the mind and promote inner peace. Even something as simple as placing a potted plant on your desk or in your living room can create a peaceful atmosphere that fosters relaxation and tranquility. Another aspect of creating a peaceful environment is lighting. Natural light is known to improve mood and boost feelings of calm. If possible, allow natural light into your space by opening windows or rearranging furniture to take advantage of sunlight. If natural light is limited, consider adding soft, warm lighting such as lamps or candles. Harsh, artificial lighting can create tension and disrupt the calming atmosphere, while softer light promotes a relaxed state of mind. Sound also plays a crucial role in your environment. In our noisy, fast-paced world, it can be difficult to find peace when surrounded by constant noise. If possible, find ways to reduce unwanted noise by using soundproofing techniques, playing calming music, or incorporating soothing sounds like nature recordings, rain, ocean waves, wind. A calm, quiet environment can allow the mind to rest and create a peaceful sanctuary where you can unwind and reflect. Consider the role of intentional spaces within your home or workspace. Think about carving out a specific area designed for relaxation, meditation, or simply unwinding after a busy day. It doesn't need to be a large space. It could be a cozy corner with a chair, a small cushion, or a meditation mat. Fill this space with items that inspire peace, perhaps a candle, a favorite book, or meaningful objects that bring you comfort. The more you dedicate certain areas to calm and reflection, the easier it will become to find peace when you enter them. Creating an environment of peace isn't just about the physical aspects of a room, it's also about the energy that flows through it. You can enhance this energy by keeping your space tidy, avoiding distractions, and making it a place where you feel truly at ease. The intention behind your environment matters just as much as its appearance. When you design your space with peace in mind, you create a place where you can recharge, reflect, and cultivate tranquility. 7. Healing from the past, letting go to embrace peace. Our past experiences, whether they are joyful or painful, have a profound impact on the way we navigate the present. Often, we carry the emotional weight of past events, particularly unresolved pain, regrets, or traumatic experiences. This can leave us feeling burdened, anxious, or unable to move forward in life. We may replay painful memories in our minds, or we may carry guilt, anger, or fear from past relationships, choices, or situations. In these moments, it might feel like our past is controlling us, stopping us from finding peace in the present. But healing from the past is an important step toward finding inner peace. And Buddhism shares deep wisdom on how to let go and welcome the peace that is here for us now. Healing starts with acceptance. To heal, we first need to realize that we are carrying the burden of the past. Ignoring or hiding painful emotions only causes them to stay hidden under the surface. Instead, Buddhism guides us to face our feelings with awareness and kindness, whether it's grief from losing someone, anger from a fight, or regret over a past choice. Accepting our emotions without judgment is the first step toward letting them go. We don't need to avoid the discomfort. In fact, we should fully feel these emotions so we can release them. This method is called mindfulness. It means being fully present with any emotions that come up, without trying to run from them or push them away. When painful feelings arise, instead of avoiding them or distracting ourselves, we sit with them. We simply observe them as they are, without labeling or judging them. By doing this, we create a safe space where we can process what we feel and allow it to pass through us. This is especially true for feelings like grief, anger, or sadness, which often need to be felt in order to let them go. Letting go isn't about forgetting or pretending that the past didn't happen. It's about freeing ourselves from the grip that these past events have on who we are today. One of the most important Buddhist teachings is that everything changes. Our thoughts, feelings, and even our situations are always shifting. Just like the seasons change, so do our emotions, experiences, and life stories. Understanding this constant change helps us realize that our past doesn't define who we are. It's only one chapter in the bigger story of our life. Letting go doesn't mean we erase the past. It means we stop letting the past control us. We stop letting old wounds shape our feelings, thoughts, and actions in the present. Rather than staying stuck in sadness or anger because of past events, we can choose to welcome the present moment with calm, peace, and understanding. This choice to let go can be deeply freeing because it helps us live more fully in the present without carrying the heavy weight of past regrets or emotional pain. One powerful way to support this process of letting go is through forgiveness. Buddhism teaches that forgiveness is an important part of healing, both for ourselves and for others. Forgiving those who have hurt us doesn't mean we approve of what they did, and it doesn't mean we need to stay connected to them. Instead, forgiveness is about letting go of the emotional grip that anger or resentment has on us. Holding on to grudges only harms our own peace, so releasing resentment helps us move forward with a lighter heart. Just as important is the practice of forgiving ourselves. Many times we are the hardest on ourselves, holding on to guilt or regret over mistakes we made in the past. But forgiving ourselves is necessary for healing. Just as we would forgive someone we care about, we also need to offer that same kindness to ourselves. Admitting our mistakes, learning from them, and then letting go of self-blame allows us to move ahead with understanding, knowing we are not defined by our past choices. Buddhism reminds us to give ourselves the same love and care we would give to others during difficult times. One helpful practice for healing from the past is meditation. Meditation helps us create the space we need to reflect on the past with compassion and understanding. During meditation, you can sit quietly and think about the painful memories or emotions you want to release. As you breathe slowly and mindfully, picture yourself letting go of these burdens. Imagine them fading into the air, or see yourself gently putting them down like a heavy bag you no longer need to carry. This process of letting go through meditation is deeply powerful and can bring meaningful changes to your emotional well-being. Another helpful tool for healing is journaling. Writing about your feelings, experiences, and thoughts allows you to release built-up emotions and gain a clearer understanding of what you've been through. It's also a way to respect your past and the lessons it has given you. Through journaling, you can bring out the pain, work through it, and find a sense of closure. By putting your thoughts on paper, you also make room for new ideas and experiences, opening the way for healing and personal growth. The journey to inner peace starts with understanding and guiding the mind, protecting your energy, freeing yourself from stress, accepting life as it is, finding calm in the middle of chaos, creating peaceful spaces, healing from past wounds, and practicing gratitude. Each of these steps helps us grow the peace we are looking for. Remember, peace isn't a final goal, it's a journey that begins within. By adding these Buddhist teachings and practices to your life, you can discover the calm and peace that already lives inside you. Thank you for spending this time with us today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to your channel name. We look forward to supporting you on your journey toward inner peace and spiritual growth.